learn about sales automation and how it's actually costing you time. We're joined by Lorenzo Tiberi. That's the best I can do on that. CEO of Chrono, who's going to be walking us through this topic. Lorenzo, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you very much for the invitation. It's amazing to be in stage there after seeing that last year. So thank you very much for the invitation.
It's our pleasure to have you. Listen, Lorenzo, I'm going to give you maximum time, so I'm going to throw up your presentation. Feel free to jump in. I'll be back towards the end with a couple of questions. You'll be on the hot seat then.
Okay, thank you very much. So just two brief words about me. I'm Lorenzo, and I'm the CEO of Chrono. I will explain a bit what Chrono does, but just I don't want to bother you. And as you can understand from my accent, I'm Italian, and I think I lived many years abroad around Europe. Now I'm in Spain, but the only two things that I conserved about being Italian, it's my accent, and I hate the fact that I have to eat a pizza at least once a week, otherwise I get crazy. I could survive without pasta, but without pizza is impossible. So I maintain my root. But let's go to the business, to Chrono. What we do at Chrono very briefly, we want to make B2B sales team outbound easy. And how we do that? We do combining two ideas. So we use data and artificial intelligence to suggest to sales team what's the best strategy and the best actions to create pipeline and generate more revenue. And the sales, they can find more prospect and do the right actions that we suggest in our platform. That's really easy to use and it's connected with CRM, with phone, with LinkedIn, and you can go very fast, have higher productivity, and do smarter actions. So that's Chrono for who doesn't know. And now I'm here to speak about how sales automation, that now is very used, it's a very trend in the market. After a while, we realized, both in our experience, because me and our co-founder, we worked many years in the fast-growing startup, but also in big companies like Salesforce, Viva, and Microsoft. And we realized with the time that automation at the beginning is good, even for our customer. We work mainly with fast-growing startup between seed and Series B. So at the beginning, automation, it seems the miracle, because in just 1 week, maybe you can set up everything, run the campaign, and do a lot of action. And even if it is action at a lower conversion rate compared to before, the fact that you do a huge amount of actions give to you results. And so you believe that you find the right strategy. That's happened basically to all the company that I saw. At the beginning, they really think automation is the graal. So we found it. We will do a lot of customer. But going on the time, what happened? That the decrease the conversion rate. It also became week after week more difficult to find new leads to put in automation, because with automation you connect, we send messages with a lot of people, but you need every week new, or every 2 weeks, depends on what you said. You need new lead, you need new prospect. And since you used a lot already the week before and the week before, it's becoming very difficult to find it. And your sales team basically will convert in a research team that only search for leads to put in the automation. In the meantime, doing less actions and with lower quality prospect, also the conversion rate go more. And what happened, you see that basically your performance go very down. So it's very decrease the performance over time, the automation. At one point, you find yourself in a very bad situation. And that's happened to our customers, that after they pass to a more personalized and relevant approach. But one company in particular, after the Series A, they come to us and they say, we realized that we burned all the market because we had this amount of enterprise potential customer. We already contacted everyone through automation. Now we don't know who to contact, and we really spam them with automation before. So it's difficult now to create a relationship. So what we learned is that with automation, you get results in the short term, a very short term, after the decrease. And also you don't build a relationship because it's really difficult to build a relationship. Maybe someone will answer you, but what happens that many people are pissed by your approach because they cannot recognize an automation. We receive a lot of automation every day. I think the inbox of everyone now is exploding. So you don't create a relationship. You have this decrease of performance over the time. At one point, you need to change this approach because it's not working anymore. But at that point, maybe realize all my market or all the best of my market, I say I burnt and I have to wait to contact more until some time because I contacted everyone through automation. And that's happened to a lot of companies that after they say, okay, I should have done another approach for the begin. So the hot takes here is, okay, automation can be good at the begin, can be used for specific campaign. I'm not totally against it. But what happened that you really, you see this pattern in all the company. And I think if you grow a startup, you see yourself that start with a lower conversion rate at the beginning compared to the personalized actions, but it goes over and over. And you find at one point that you don't know what to do it. You have to be back to the personal approach. So what we are in favor, and also in this time that there is more automation and artificial intelligence, we think that it's better to start with a personalized approach. It's better to study well the market, the ECP, and be relevant. Be relevant for us, it's one of the key to have success. Because if you're relevant, even if maybe the mail is not well crafted, but you are relevant with the right persona, with the right pain, at the end you will succeed. It's the same with personalization a little bit. If you personalize well a mail, you can get rid. Because now I think I have 100 between mail and LinkedIn a day. I don't read at all a lot because I see that it's automation. I read only the one personalized, the one that I see that are relevant to my business and to my moment. So I think that the two key now to create a real relationship, because at the end sales, it will be a relationship things between person. It's really important to not go for all the automatic. We can automated task. We can automate the dirty job, but I don't think we should automate the relationship. And so it's very important to have personalized approach with your customer, be relevant, so know very well their pain and help them to solve them. So maybe in the short term you will have less results, but for sure that's a strategy that will allow you to grow in a constant way and exploit at the best your market and serve as many customers as you can. Because at the end, sales is not I want to sell something, but to sales and to be a good sales, I think you have to help your customer to solve a challenge or to solve a pain or to reach a goal. And I think if you don't build a relationship and understand what's this challenge, what this goal and other, you cannot sales and you cannot grow your business. So it's very important to have a human approach, the right approach, and an approach that can be grow your company in the long time. And for everyone that is interested, I spoke briefly about Chrono before. We offer to everyone on this in this webinar, we offer the 25% off. So if you want a demo or just speak, or are you interested in what Chrono does, Tori will put my Calendly, or you can reach out on LinkedIn, and I will be very happy to speak about that. Thank you.
Lorenzo, thank you so much. Thank you for the presentation, and thank you for the very generous offer for attendees of Hot Takes Live. Couple of questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So people are addicted to automation, I think. We see it not only on the sales side, we see it on the marketing side, we see it on the CS side. So, you know, your thesis is quite spicy, which I like. And it's interesting in this time where like all anybody can talk about is generative AI, right? So now it's like generative AI plus automation, put those things together, you can run your business on autopilot. Is that true?
You can do something better, but I think generative AI should help you to do the boring things like, okay, the data entry of the CRM, I think it should be automated. That's something that should be automated, or the research of a prospect or other stuff. But I think at the end, when you have a good, because we speak a lot, maybe now less because there is a generative AI, but before we were speaking about a lot of customer experience and sales experience. And I think that's the key, because at the end, you buy from a person most of the time. If it's a small tool, no, but you want to buy from a person.
Yeah.
At the end, you trust more a person than an automation and everything. So I think generative AI can give the superpower to good sales to sell better and sell more. But
Right.
still, it will be, I think, the approach, it will be super important. And also, you can recognize, I think, if you open your mail, you have how many messages, which do you read, which do you don't.
Most people that know me know that I don't, right? There's like thousands of messages in my inbox. And actually I use a tool, a friend of Breadcrumbs, a gentleman by the name of Andy Mowat. He's got a company called Gated. It's a huge help in my life to keep noise out of my inbox. So you guys should check that out. But I guess the next question is related to, like, I agree with the premise, right? Like, it's tied to what Amin was saying in terms of like doing the research, personalizing the message, like having the outreach, talk to like the specific personal pain points of the prospect. But even if you do that in a somewhat automated way, right? You have like segments and it's you know, you're still talking out, you're blasting 50 or 100 people at a time. I find that ultimately most people are just waiting for a reply, right? They're waiting for a reply to that outbound email sequence cadence. Maybe it's multi-channel. Maybe they have some link in there. Maybe not. But they're still missing the boat, right? Because those people are engaging with the business in other ways. They may be visiting the website. They may be opening that email 2, 3, 4 times. And unless they get a reply, nobody's taking an action. Do you see that? And what do you think the way to overcome that challenge is?
It's true, and it's very important to track everything and the behavior. That's something that also technology can help a lot, because you can understand. But if you see that the mail are read and spend some minute and maybe visit the website, I think you reach your goal, because you are in the mind of the customer at that point. And so maybe, because it happened also with me, I have some mail that I have opened that was relevant and personalized enough. And so I read, and actually they are relevant for something that will happen with my company. We are growing also very fast, so we are doing round. Will happen in a few months. And so I will reply in maybe 2-3 months to that mail. But right. I saw the services I have in mind. But because it was really relevant and precise about me, my company, and what was my pain and what will be my pain in a few months. So that's something that now I remember, and I will contact them.
Awesome. Lorenzo, I'm putting up the Calendly link again for anybody who's watching. Folks, if you want to learn more about Chrono, if you want to take advantage of this generous offer, definitely visit there. Otherwise, they can just Google Chrono, visit the website, check it out that way. And then Lorenzo, if people want to get in touch with you, what's the best option other than the Calendly?
LinkedIn or Calendly is perfect.
Awesome. Thanks again to everyone listening. Thanks for joining. Guys, we're like halfway through. So we're going to take a little bit of a longer break. If you can't get enough of Hot Takes Live, there's probably stuff going on one of the other stages. But otherwise, enjoy the break. We will be back at 12:25 Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be learning about how most people are thinking about sales development completely wrong. So if you want to find out more about that, please come back. Thanks again, Lorenzo.
Thank you very much.